Hey Yogi, hope you're doing really well. This class is dedicated for everybody who suffers from anxiety and wants to come back to a more grounded and calm place. I think that makes all of us, right? Whatever form, whatever it might look like, I believe we all suffer from anxiety at some level. And it can be really tough to manage sometimes. But for me, I find that I'm able to soothe my mind and my body by doing really slow, intentional movement. And that's what I'm going to be sharing with you guys today. If you normally use them, grab a couple of blocks. Otherwise, I'll see you on the mats. So we're going to get started in tabletop. So come up to your hands and your knees. And spread your fingers wide. Grip them up with your finger pads. Just make sure that your shoulders are roughly over your wrists and your knees are about underneath your hips. So to begin with, let's just take some really slow breaths. If it feels good, you can close your eyes. Take a really slow breath in and just shift your weight over to the right a little bit. And as you exhale, shift your weight over to the left a little. So nothing groundbreaking here. And just thinking about moving. So we're leaning more over to the right. Breathe in. And over to the left on your next exhale. Just feeling the weight shift from one hand and one knee to the other hand and the other knee. Let's come back through center. Weight about evenly distributed across your hands and your knees. Let's take a deep breath out there. 3 rounds of slow cat-cow breath. So inhaling slowly, tilt your tailbone towards the sky. Lift your chest, look up. Try and draw your heart through the gateway of your shoulders. And breathe out, bring your chin towards your chest. Down through your upper back. Try and tuck your tailbone downwards towards the mat. Those big exaggerated shapes. Inhale, gentle back bend, arching through the spine, cow pose. And a slow breath out as you round through the spine, gaze towards your thighs or your navel. And once more, slow breath in. See how it feels just to slow down the breath a little. Slow breath out. Breathing in and out through the nose if you can as you make your way to cat pose, this rounded spine. Something a little bit different. Let's bring your right hand to your right hip. You're about to tell someone off. Let's breathe in, turn the whole of your upper body towards the right. Look over your right shoulder, keep your right hand at the hip. And exhale, bring your right hand back down. A simple repetitive movement, left hand to your left hip. Start to turn the upper body towards the left, breathe in. And exhale, lower the left hand, squaring your shoulders. 2 more times. Inhaling, right hand, right hip, twist to the right. And exhaling, lower the right hand down. Feel the contact of your fingertips and the center of your palm. Left side, left hand, left hip. Twist as we do this. Just be really intentional, just feeling every millimeter of movement. Exhale, lower. One more time each side, just moving at your own pace. So inhale, right hand. Just moving in your own time. And make our way over to the left when you're ready. We can shift our attention when we're anxious away from our mind, away from our thoughts, and into our body, into the present moment. It really is the best way that we can start to feel a bit calmer and steadier in ourselves. 1 more round of cat-cow breath. Inhale, lift the tailbone, lift your chest. Exhale, round for cat pose. looking forward, slow the start of your breath in. And come up to your fingertips and slowly step both feet to the top of the mat. Feet can be about hip width. Bend your knees generously. You take hold of opposite elbows to ragdoll. You can just let your hands relax on the mat if that feels more comfortable. Either way, let your shoulders feel heavy. And have a bit of movement side to side. Breathe in. And exhale, relax your shoulders, a whole of your upper body a little bit more, get a bit heavier. Fingertips to the mat. And then inhale, gently slide your hands to halfway up your shins. Look forwards as you lengthen the spine, halfway lift. And exhale, trace your fingertips down your legs into a forward fold. And bend your knees deeper. And slowly, let's roll all the way up to standing. Take your time, stacking the bones of your spine. Let your head come up last. And then when you arrive, roll your shoulders up, back, and down. So a little idea that I want us to focus on with our breath is we can really help to find calm in our breath, and that just helps us in every way through our body and our minds. So I want us to think about slowing down the start of every breath in. So you're not rushing that beginning. And as you exhale, I want you to breathe all the way out to empty. Don't worry if it feels really hard right now to breathe in all the way up to the top. Just focus on slowing down the breath and it will come. Just that idea, slowing the start of every inhale, completing the end of every exhale. Let's take one more breath just like this together. Easy exhale. I'll make our way up to high mountain. Take a nice slow breath in, reach your arms out wide and all the way up towards the ceiling. Feel the length through your side ribs. And exhale, long spine. Come into an easy forward fold. Again, bend your knees as much as you need. Halfway lift, slide your hands to your shins. Look past your toes, past the top of your mat, lengthen your spine. Exhale, bring your hands to the earth. And we're just going to step one foot back and then the other. Coming into downward facing dog. Maybe this is your first bit of movement today. Maybe it's your first down dog of the day. I invite you to really bend and straighten your knees one at a time. Just pace out through the legs. You'll feel really nice. Just to create some space and some ease through the backs of our legs. And see if you can synchronize this, link this with your breath. So maybe you're breathing in to bend your right knee. Or maybe you're breathing out to bend your left. We'll do this one more time each side. Good. Straightening both knees, lift both heels high. Find your tippy toes, inhale. Exhale, melt your heels southwards towards earth. Do not worry if they don't get there. Slowly start to walk your hands back. Breathing in as you do so. Hands towards your feet at the back of your mat. Exhale again, fold in. Don't worry
about what your forward fold looks like. I just want it to feel comfortable, so bend your knees as much as you need. Coming all the way up to standing, rolling up through the spine, arms are heavy down by your sides. As you exhale, shoulders up, back, and down. Bit of a side stretch. Sweep your hands all the way up towards the sky. Take hold of your left wrist with your right hand and side bend over towards the right, stretching out through that left side. Turn your upper body a little bit towards the left, inhale. And exhale, come back through center. Switch it out. Left hand wraps around your right wrist. Pull the right arm up, create some space and length. Breathing out, start to lean over towards the left, stretching out through the right side. Back through center, inhale, fingertips reach up. And exhale, all the way into a forward fold. Once you look forwards, start to walk your hands forwards, coming into our downward facing dog once again. Reaching your right leg high, inhale, three-legged dog. Mount your left hip heel down a little, feeling that nice stretch through the back of that left leg. As you breathe out, let's lower the right foot down, coming into downward facing dog. Left leg high, second side, sweep the leg up. Exhale, melt your left foot back down to the mat. Look forwards towards your hands and tippy-toe your way, walking your feet tiny little steps all the way to your hands. Halfway lift, inhale again, lengthen, flat back. Exhale, fold. All the way up to standing, this time reaching your arms up, high mountain pose, Urdhva. Relax your arms down by your sides. Shake out your wrists, shake out your head, your knees, whatever you need. Create some comfort in your body. These next few poses are my absolute favourite for when my mind feels busy, frazzled, anxious. But I know that if I'm still, I'm going to be stuck in the busy, frazzled, anxious state. So this next bit is what I always use as like a movie meditation. It's practice that I'll come back to again and again whenever I feel like I need to feel a bit more grounded. So I'm going to grab a couple of blocks. If you want or need them as well, go for it. I just find it can be nice to feel some comfort rather than feeling like we're challenging ourselves overly, especially if we've got any tightness through the backs of our legs. It's just nice to have blocks. So, take a slow breath in, high mountain pose. Exhale, fold all the way in. Maybe this is starting to feel a little bit more comfortable for you. If you've got blocks, just bring your hands to the blocks. Wherever you are, halfway lift. And breathe out, stack your left foot all the way towards the back of your mat. I'm going to keep the left knee lifted. With your hands on the blocks or on the mat, I want you to come up to your fingertips. As you breathe in, I want you to melt your hips forwards and down like you're melting the front of your left hip and your back hip towards your hands. Roll your shoulders back, lift the chest, really gentle back bend, but quite a big stretch of the front of your left hip, especially if you're tight to the quads or the hip flexors. So kind of just lifting your chest, pressing your shoulders back, inhale. And as you breathe out, I want you to straighten both knees. Pyramid. It can be quite a long pyramid. We're not going for our deepest, fullest expression right now. We're looking to create mindful movement. So you're going to breathe in,
melt your back hip towards your left wrist, roll your shoulders back, look up. And exhaling, straightening your right leg. Folding if it feels good, or keeping a long spine if that feels better. Relax the back of your neck wherever you are. And then just move through these two poses with the breath 3 more times. So every breath in, I'm going to find that lunge, lifting your heart. And every exhale, it's pyramid, straightening the right leg, keeping your back heel lifted. It's a bit of a modified pyramid. If you want, you can close your eyes as you move. Got 2 more rounds. Just moving with your breath. Just feel the poses in your body. Noticing the parts that feel stuck, the parts that feel tight. See if you can allow them to relax. Move them out if you need. You're not stuck. Bend your front knee. When you've done these 3 cycles on your own, I want you to spin your back foot down. So the heel is on the mat, the foot's at about a 45. I'm just going to do a little jump switch. I want you to stay where you are. I just want to make sure I'm still facing the camera. So our right foot is pointing forwards, your left heel is grounded, so both feet are flat down on the mat. I'm going to come up to warrior 2. You can reach your left arm up and back, your right arm forwards. Now you might already be feeling quite a lot through the right quads, so just so you know, we're not going to be staying still. I want you to breathe in, straighten the right leg, reach your arms up. And then exhaling warrior 2, rebend your right knee, hands in line with your shoulders. And keep moving like this with your own breath again. Inhaling, slowly straightening, reaching. With each exhale, and let our legs sink. Let your feet feel heavy, grounded, supportive. And we've got 3 more rounds of doing this on your own with your breath. Just inhaling, straightening, reaching, and exhaling, bending and grounding. Maybe with every breath in, you can create some more space through the sides of your body as you really lengthen up. And with every exhale, maybe you're finding a little bit more depth, sense of grounding, this sense of power and stability through your legs and your feet. 1 more round of breath wherever you are. Really nice. Reverse warrior, keep the bend to your right knee. Reach your right arm up and back, let your left hand travel down your left leg. And then windmill both hands all the way down to frame your right foot. Just get turning back around yourself, you stay where you are. Halfway lift at the top of the mat, inhale. And as you exhale and fold, just notice the difference. Is your right leg feeling different from your left? Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale. This time your right foot is going to step back. Same idea, this time on the left side. So, nice long stance. Your right heel is going to stay lifted this entire time. Hands are on the blocks. If you're using them, whatever height you'd like them to be at. Inhaling, melt your hips down. So your right hip is joined towards your right wrist. Roll your shoulders back towards the chest. Exhaling as you straighten your front leg. A long pyramid pose. Well, again, let this feel like a meditation. Let this just feel soothing. There's nothing complicated. Just inhaling into a deep lunge. Exhaling, mindfully straightening that left leg, finding that pyramid. But rather than trying to focus on getting to one pose, we're not looking to necessarily arrive in either of them. I just want you to almost focus on the journey between them, the transitions. The idea of slowing down your breath in, can you also slow down your transition to the lunge? Just arriving there at the top of your inhale. And as we slow down your exhale, completing it all the way to the bottom, can you just arrive in your full expression of pyramid at the bottom of your exhale? And 2 more rounds of breath. Just move on your own, however your breath is feeling. It is okay. 1 more round of breath. Yeah, we're just thinking about how slowly you can breathe, how mindful you can be. Anchor down your right heel, right foot as your back foot at the 45. Nice deep bend to your left knee. Cartwheel your arms open. Warrior 2 on the left side. So again, we're going to straighten the left leg. Reach your fingertips high every inhale. And every exhale, we're bending that left knee. Coming back to our warrior 2, our solid ground. As you continue to move through these, inhaling and exhaling as we flow between each pose. You need to think about your legs and your feet being really strong and really powerful. They're keeping you upright, they're keeping you stable right now. You focus on the left heel being really grounded. And the outer edge of your right foot being really grounded. Finding this power through the legs. Whether you knew you had it already or not, know now that you are strong. You are able. Let's take 1 more round of breath, inhaling, straightening the left leg, reaching up. Exhaling to warrior 2. Flipping your left palm, reverse warrior, inhale. Keep the bend to your left knee, just reach away from it. And then wimble both hands down to the blocks. Lift your right knee, your right heel, and we'll step forwards to the top of your mat. Then straighten your knees a few times if that feels good. Or stillness feels better. Absolutely find some stillness. Then move the blocks out of the way. And when you're ready, just come all the way up to standing. We're going to make our way to tree pose. Because it's a really great way of just focusing our attention on something. So if we're standing on one leg, right? So there's so many different options of tree pose, none of them are better than the other. And just whatever feels good in your body right now is perfect. So we're gonna stay grounded on the left leg. So there's one option where you can bring the right heel to the, just above the left ankle. Like a little bit of a curtsy situation going on. Press the right knee out to the right, so the toes are pointing out to the right too. Your hands can find your heart. Another option, slide the foot up. Try not to use your hands to bring the foot to any particular place. I want you to use the strength of your legs and your hips to lift the foot higher up the left leg if you're going there. Now, steady your mind on one object, or one place just in front of you. It does not matter if you fall, and that applies to anything. What matters is what you do after, what you do next. If you wobble, if you fall here, that is okay. But don't let that ruin this moment or ruin your day. Just bring the right foot back to where it was. Come back to where you were. Because that's all we can ever do. You can only keep trying and keep moving forwards. If you look, I'm pretty wobbly myself right now. That is all good.
Take one more breath in here. And gently release, bring your right foot back down to the mat. Shake out your knees if you need. Instead of looking for perfect all the time, I really think we would be so much more fulfilled if we were just looking to do our best. And that doesn't have to be perfect. It just means that we show up and we're really intentional. And let's make our way to tree pose. Same pose, but this time standing on the right leg. Hands to your heart. You can use your left toes or the ball of your left foot as like a doorstop. Or you can slide the foot up the leg. The choice is yours. Either way, press the left foot into the right leg, wherever it is. And the right leg into the left foot. You can steady your mind. Steady your gaze on one object. It only matters what you do, what you choose. And choose to show up in this moment to the best of your abilities. As you focus your gaze, can you remember to keep breathing? Slowing down the start of every breath in, completing the end of every exhale. One more breath in here. And release the left foot to the mat. And shake out your knees, whatever you need. One final half vinyasa. Sweep your fingertips high, inhale. High mountain pose. Exhale, forward in, long spine. Forward fold, find the mat with your hands. Halfway lift, inhaling. Again, how much can you lengthen your ribcage away from your waist? Fingertips to the mat. Now we'll step one leg back, lower the knee, and step the other leg back. I'm going to finish with a really short stillness practice. Choice is yours. You can lie all the way down. You can sit down. You can sit on blocks if you want, if that feels more comfortable sitting cross-legged. Like that, that's a great choice. So whatever feels good in your body, find a pose, it can be child's pose, but find a pose that feels really good for you. Now once you're there, just take a moment, adjust your clothing, adjust your posture, whatever you need, just to feel comfortable for the next few moments. So they often say that gratitude and anxiety cannot coexist. And I like this concept because if we're focusing our mind on all the good things in our life, then, it makes sense that we're able to distract and move away from our anxious state. So I'm going to practice gratitude for a few moments. I know that there's a lot of talk about gratitude practice at the moment, which is awesome. I want to add another layer onto our gratitude practice, which is where we're not just listing in our mind like all the things we're grateful for. I'm grateful for my cat, I'm grateful for my post, whatever. I want us to also have the feeling, like embodying, feeling the feeling of gratitude as we think about all these things. So that takes it away from just being a completely logical, intellectual process, not just our brain, but we're also starting to emotionally embody all of these good feels. So with that in mind, you can keep your eyes open and drop your gaze downwards, or you can close your eyes completely if that's comfortable for you. When you take a steady breath in wherever you are. Exhale, this time through the mouth, just sigh. Bring to mind something you are grateful for. It can be something, an event or a person that you encountered today, or this week, or this month. Maybe something that happened, something kind that somebody said, maybe a loved one, even a stranger who smiled at you on the street, whatever it is.
I want you to bring to your mind, with as much attention to detail as you're able, this thing, person, event that you're grateful for. And I really want you to feel that warm, fuzzy, glowy feeling of gratitude. You may notice a smile coming up on your face as you think about this thing that you're really grateful for. For me, the feeling of gratitude feels like, I don't know, a really warm towel or dressing gown after a really hot bath. Or it can feel like a really big hug or a duvet wrapped around me. I'm just feeling of just complete contentment and gratitude for what that is. It doesn't matter how big or how small what you are feeling grateful for is. In fact, sometimes the smaller the better. If there's more things you want to invite in, more things that you're grateful for, by all means, bring them in. If it's 1, 2, 3, 4, even 5 different things, invite them in, visualize them, feel the gratitude. Feels pretty good, huh? And as you take a few more slow breaths here, just feeling all the feels. Just keeping your breath slow. Your heart open. Just feeling it all. And when you are ready, just bring your attention back to your surroundings without opening your eyes or lifting your gaze. Just visualize the space around you. I'm grateful for the space around you. I'm grateful for where you are, when you are, who you are. And see if you can visualize with compassion your body where you are right now. Yourself as you are right now. If you feel comfortable to move, you can bring some movement back. You can even blink open your eyes when you're ready. Your hands can find your heart space, palms can connect. And just remembering doing things intentionally, slowly, mindfully, and with gratitude will hopefully really shift this state that we often find ourselves in. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll catch you next time.